What's up, YouTube? For today's video, with the full highest speed stat Pokemon team for Generation 9 Scarlet and Violet. Now, I went through and looked at all the Pokemon with the highest speed stat that were non-legendary, and I put them onto one team. There was exactly 6 Pokemon on this team. There was actually no ones that, were even and stuff like that. So it wasn't like 7 highest, it was actually 6. I've got some really good battles today. I hope you enjoy, people. The first battle, this is a random battle on the Poke Portal. This is against him. I'm not sure if that's Sans or something. We got a Miraidon lead. Now, this team was super competitive. So I was like, I don't know how this battle's going to go. I think I'm going to get absolutely clapped. So we got a Miraidon lead here, and I've got my Quark Drive physical Iron Bundle. So I've got max speed and max attack, and I've got Adam Nature. So I've got Ice Spinner, Flip Turn, U-Turn, and Play Rough. Choice Band as the item. So Miraidon being the first Pokemon is very scary because, most of my team, as you get to see, they're not too bad, but there's a lot of memes on there. So I'm like, I need to get rid of this Pokemon right now or I lose. So I got to go for a Terra first turn, and I definitely don't expect my opponent to think that I'll be even, bringing a physical set, right? So go for that Ice Spinner there, Terra Ice, and Miraidon gets dumpstered in one shot there. It also actually was really handy that I got a Quark Drive there in speed because I actually was running an Adamant, not Jolly. So Miraidon, would have outsped me, I'd say. Next Pokemon is Glimmora, so a very good start to the battle. I'm going to go for an Ice Spin here from the Iron Bundle, and Glimmora is able to live that one, so, that was to be expected. Iron Bundle only has 80 base attack, so it's by no means a good physical attacker, so I did that as a bit of a challenge. Now, this, Mortal Spinning Glimmora is going to hit me with a poison, and now it's going to go for spiky shields. They did a little bit of stalling here against me, and I was like, okay, fair enough. I'm going to take a bit of toxic damage here. It's fine. It's all good. I can get rid of 2 Pokemon. Glimmora clearly can't really do too much for me, and it's going to get outspent. So go for that Ice Spin there. So I've taken out Miraidon. I've taken out Glimmora. Things are going wonderful with a physical Iron Bundle, so things are going really good. I couldn't really stop the toxic spikes happening there, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to let it happen. It is what it is, right? So I've still got a little bit of left in me here. I was like, I might be able to get maybe one more attack off. Since I'm Choice Band and Scarlet has come into the match, I'm like, no, I'm going to leave that for later on. And what I've got to do, I've actually have to go into my Psychozard. So this Psychozard was an interesting set. So we got Shed Tail, Draco Meteor, Hyper Beam, and Substitute. Here comes the obvious Torch Song. This was max speed and max special attack, and I've got Eject Pack and Regenerator as the ability and item there. So, I can Eject Pack on the Draco Meteor, and I can also use Shed Tail and Substitute to my advantage as well. So a little bit of a fun set there, and I needed a little bit of power on the special side. So Scarlet is going to eat my Draco Meteor like a snack, of course, and now Eject button is going to activate, swapping me out of the battle. Now, the next Pokemon I'm going to bring in is going to be Meowscarter. Now, I know that a Torch Song was most definitely coming my way, but there wasn't a lot of Pokemon that I could swap into this. So I made a decision right then to sack off my Meowscarter. So if that was seeming like a weird play to you. So I had to sack a Pokemon off there, sadly. So we're going to bring in the Iron Bundle. Now I'm going to go for the Choice Band of Flip Turn. Scarlet gets dumped. So I'm like, I'm happy with that. I've got a good lead at the moment. Meowscarter was sort of just a sacrifice I had to make there. So I'm going to go into my next Pokemon, which is going to be Wugtrio. Now, this Wugtrio set was a Final Gambit, Memento, Triple Dive, Protect, and King's Rock set with Gooey. I've got the max health and max speed Jolly Nature. So in comes Meowscarter. Now, Meowscarter has only got 3 more base speeds. So like, I don't know if I'm going to outspeed this, but it's kind of a difficult swap, So now they're going to go for the typical flower trick there, and Wugtrio is going to fade. Maybe I could have run a Choice Scarf on this set, but I wanted to go for see if I could get a Final Gambit flinch, and I ended up actually getting one, but it's not in this video. I did get the little clip of it, which I thought was pretty cool, so getting a flinch from Final Gambit. Next Pokemon is Kilowattrel. So Kilowattrel has 125 base speed. I gave them all the nicknames and stuff like that. Now, we've got Electro Ball, Tailwind, Air Slash, and Charge Beam. Got max special attack and max speed, Timber Nature. Magnet as the item and Wind Power as the ability there. So getting hit by that play rough there did a fair bit of damage. I wanted to get the tailwind up there. Unfortunately, my Scarlet sort of got around. I mean, it wasn't too hard for them. They had all the right moves there. So unfortunately, now I had to really sack off in this battle Miascada and my Kilowattrel. So now I'm in a bit of a situation where I have to take this out, right? So go for Draco Meter, and thank goodness Miascada is going to feint this. So that's going to make the the opponent have to play the last two Pokemon now. So at this stage, I was like, well, I can't do much here. What I'm going to do is go for a Shed Tail, and I could probably get out of this matchup. So that's good, that way I won't be on the field with, a negative and special attack. So go for Shed Tail there. I'm going to swap that and go back into Iron Bundle. It's quite funny with Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle has taken out 3 Pokemon so far. Physical one, with Choice Man, which is amazing. So Driplim is going to try and baton pass these stats onto the last Pokemon, which is, very, very powerful Pokemon. It's like, man, I have to do something here. So I'm on sort of borrowed time here. I've got like maybe 1 to 2 turns left, hiding behind the sub. So the Tailwind is now gone. I'm going to go for a Ice Spinner here. Now, also, people, if you enjoyed the videos, if you want to support them, make sure you hit that like button too. That's how you see my videos in the subscriptions, the recommended, all that sort of thing there. So Driplim is going to get one-shotter, which was awesome. So no baton passing or minimizing or anything like that. So now they've got to use their very last Pokemon, and I still have a substitute intact, which is really, really good. Now, the last Pokemon is going to be Pao. So, a really, really fast Pokemon and a powerful physical attacker. So I'm going to go for the Ice Spin here since I'm Choice Band, and I was like, this should still do some, okay damage there to Pao, and unfortunately it doesn't do half. I was hoping for a little bit more of that, but you know what, that's better than nothing, right? Here comes the Sacred Sword. Now, this could have some priority moves. I'm thinking it might have Ice Shard or Sucker Punch. I don't know if it's got that yet, and I'm not in a position to really get rid of Iron Bundle at the moment. So I thought, I'm going to do the swap here. I believe they've got one of the 2 of them. If they don't, they don't. It is what it is, right? So going into Flutter Mane here, I am going to be poisoned. This is a meme Flutter Mane set. It's really, really bad. So they're going to go for Sucker Punch. So correct prediction there, which is great. And now let's have a look at Flutter Mane. So we got a Perisong set, Protect, Pain Split, and Mean Look. So I got the item as Bright Powder, and the EV spread is Max Health and Max Defense Bold Nature. So my opponent's going to go for the Terror right now, obviously thinking, well, to be fair, if this was a normal Flutter Mane set right now, I already would have won the battle. But since it's not, I really got to think, well, I have to get this Perisong up, right? So they're going to outspeed me and go for the Psychic Fangs here. Since I'm defensive, I bet they were really surprised I lived that. And now I'm going to go for the Perisong. So I've got the Perisong up. The problem is Perisong is going to take quite a few turns to feint the Pao. Now, if I had right there a little bit more health, I would have won instantly. But now I'm like, I don't know what I can do here. So, like, this Pao outspeeds my entire team because my Iron Bundle is an Adamant set, right? And Psychers is going to get outsped anyway, right? And I won't be able to take that out in one shot. So I'm going to go for Protect there, and I'm going to feint. So there's not a lot I could have done there. I don't want to sacrifice my other Pokemon either, but at this stage, like, I'm just going to sack it off, right? It got the Perisong up, it did its job. So there's 2 turns left on the Pao. Now I've got 2 Pokemon. So I went to Delibird. I tried to bait a Sucker Punch because there's no knowledge of me not having Jolly Nature. So I did a swap there, and they've gone for the Sacred Sword. So I had absolutely nothing to do there. They're going to go for Sacred Sword and take out the Psychers. And that's pretty much it for the first battle. Unfortunately, they've got 1 more turn left, but man, how good did this team go against Pure Sweat? Like, this physical Iron Bundle pretty much took out most of that was like 4 of the team there. It nearly took them out. That's crazy. Taking the battle, whoever that was, you were lucky I was using memes. That battle would have been over a long time ago. Let's go to battle number 2 here. We got a battle against Jaden. So we got a Ditto lead here. So it's a shiny Ditto. Speaking of which, there's going to be a Ditto raid coming up. I think that's on like the Thursday or something, so that'll be pretty interesting. You can get your 5 IV Ditto and stuff like that. But we got a Ditto, and it's got Quick Claws. Okay, that's pretty cool. And they're going to go for a U-turn there because I've got my physical Iron Bundle set. So that's going to be swapping out. I'm like, okay, well, in this matchup, I was thinking about going for like Flip Turn and Koraidon's going to come in. So I was like, man, these are threatening Pokemon, right? So I went for Flip 2, which is good. That's not really going to do too much to Koraidon, you know? So I might be able to use the Iron Bundle later on. It was very, very handy in the first battle, right? Next is Psychos. I'm going to go for the Draco Meteor. I am running a speedy nature, and Draco Meteor has dropped Koraidon, which is amazing. I don't know if I would have been able to deal with that, you know, like, just thinking, like, looking at the rest of my team, maybe Wug Trio with a final Gambit would have softened it up a little bit, but that was really, really good. So going back into Iron Bundle, and in comes Ditto again. I thought they may try and bring this in, so okay, well, I can go for U-turn or I can go for flip turn again. They're not really going to be able to feint me. So I went for the U-turn. It was a speed type, of course. U-turn did a little bit more to the Iron Bundle or the Ditto. And now I'm going to go into the Psychosaur again. So I was thinking they're probably not going to go for an Ice type move, right? So I went for the flip turn. Perfect. It's not going to be very effective. And the Sun is up too. Now in comes Zoroark Hisaway. It's like, all right. This is not too bad. I've got Draco Meter, or I could try and pass off the Shed Tail to maybe Iron Bundle again. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for Draco Meter, and Zoroark is going to get dropped there, which is pretty good. Like, this Psychosaur, I guess the Psychosaur and the Iron Bundle were probably the best sets on my team. The other ones are like more memes and situational, right? So anyway, next Pokemon is going to be Forretress. Interesting to see Forretress. It's a shiny too, which is I quite like shiny Forretress. It looks really cool. So they're going to go for a Terra Normal. I was like, wait a second. So what I did right is I went for the Shed Tail, and I was like, I think, why would you go for Terra Normal on Forretress? They're going to use Explosion. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So I went into the Flutter Mania with the sub to try and get the dub. I got a speed boost from this the Proto ability, and they went for Explosion. That's complete disrespect, right? Because not only was I a Ghost type, I had a substitute up too. I felt a bit sorry for this person because that was cruel, you know. That one really, that was like a painful thing right there. So for Forretress, not for Forretress, is going to fight there, and we got the Roaring Moon coming in. So Roaring Moon is going to get a boost there for its ability. It's got an attack boost. I need to get rid of this thing. It's pretty scary. So this time I was like, I might be able to get this straight to the work, but I've got to go for Mean Look, because in the last battle, Qian Pao was their last Pokemon, so I didn't have to, use the Mean Look. Now I have to. So they're going to go for the Fire Fang. Now, Fire Fang Under the Sun is going to be doing a lot of damage, and they did get an attack boost too. But I was quite confident I could live a Fire Fang. Like, not very well, but, I feel like I could actually live that one and then go for Pain Split into some, games like that. So Fire Fang just does a little bit over half, so the bulky Flutter Mane is holding here. And now we've got 3 turns of the Perishong here. Now, I also want to say one thing too, if something does happen tomorrow, my dad just obviously got COVID there, right? So I've been near him lately. So I'm hoping that the videos from like tomorrow onwards, I'll be able to do videos. I don't know what's going on because I have been like quite close to him. So hopefully I don't get it, but hopefully it's all good there. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you a little heads up. So if you don't see any videos for quite a few days, that might be the reason. So anyway, back to that. It's mainly because it affects like when I ever get like even just like I don't know, any sort of cold, right, or bad cold or anything like that, when you speak in a video, it's all right. You could probably, like, if I was like, say I was lifting boxes or lifting things for like a job, right, if you're speaking and you've got a cold, you literally can't do anything, right? So just thought I'd mention that there. Anyway, so we got the Dunsparce coming in here. I'm going to go for Flip Turn there. The Roaring Mood is now gone, which is very good. And we've got the Killer Wattrel coming in. So this Killer Wattrel was a pretty cool set. I've got this one as Electro Ball Tailwind. So we've got all based around speed, and I've got Air Slash and Charge Beam. So it's really, really based around getting that powerful Electro Ball to pop off with the Wind Power as well. And I popped on a little Magnet too. So when it comes to Ditto, my poor opponent, they have been absolutely destroyed so far. From the, I guess it sort of really started crumbling from the Forretress, right, with the normal Terra. So I'm going to go into Meowscarter, and they're going to go for Electro Ball. Like, okay, well, I'm going to be able to take the Electro Ball really easy. Meowscarter didn't get to do much last battle, and it didn't get to do anything this battle either. Can it come back and clutch in the last battle and do something? You got to keep watching to find out. Next Pokemon is Wug Trio. I'm like, all right, let's go for the final Gambit. They got a Quick Claw activation. good thing I swapped there. I sort of got cold feet in that matchup. I'm like, nah, I'm going to swap it out. It was a good thing that I did because one tree would have got absolutely annihilated. So Psycho's going to take very little damage to that. And now I'm going to go for a Terra Dragon on Psycho's up. I thought that'd be quite handy to have there. I almost did normal on it for Hyper Beam, but I opted for the Dragons. I thought that, in case I need to use a powerful, Drake or Meteor, that would be good. So now I'm going to get hit by the Air Slash here, and that is going to be enough to take out the Psychers. I'm like, man, they've taken a couple of Pokemon out. They're making a last-minute sort of comeback here. So now I'm going to go into the Flutter Mane. Like, all right, I need to do something here. I have to get the Parasongo. So they missed me with attack, which is quite handy. That's the only thing about Air Slash, it can miss. So the Kilowattrel Ditto is going to faint in 3 turns. And what I'm going to do is go for Protect. So I've still got a couple of Pokemon left, like definitely a good amount of Pokemon left, but Wug Trio is going to get wrecked. Iron Bundle's going to get wrecked by this thing. So I've really, truly only got maybe one Pokemon that can deal with this, right? And, Flutter Mane, you can take some attacks, but, if it does take repeated Electro Balls, it's going to be bad. So I'm going to go to the Iron Bundle there. They've got for the Tailwind. I guess they thought that, they'll probably try and go for Protect again. So they got their speed up and their wind power. And now the last perish counters this turn. Here comes the Electro Ball, and the Iron Bundle is going to faint there. So, bye-bye Iron Bundle. However, that's also going to be the end of the Ditto too, because that was the very last turn. So, that's the end of the second battle there. Thank you to my opponent, Jaden. I'm very, very sorry about your Foresters, but I mean, it was funny. Let's be real. It was pretty funny. So, let's get on to the third and final battle here. We're going to battle against Frederick. That's a pretty cool trainer card, like Ceruleade's running. It's like doing the Naruto run. Now, we got a Florgs lead here. And it is going to be the blue Florgs. I just need to take a quick drink here, people. I don't know, I feel like, I hope that I'm not getting this right. I'm just thinking, I feel a little bit funny, but I just hope that's not it, right? Anyway, quick drink. Okay, yeah, code SALT, 20 to 30% off on your G Fuel, people. I'm having some lemon lime. So we're going to swap out there from Psychozar, and I'm going to go into the Ice Spinning Iron Bundle with the Shed Tail, right? Now, this was a skill swapping Florgs with Copycat. I don't know what sort of strategy they were going for here, but, coming off Florgs is like awful attack stat and obviously not very effective. And, Iron Bundle's high defensive stat, that is definitely not going to break this up. So Florgs is going to end there with an Ice Spinner. But you know what? I want to just give you a little bit of fun stuff here. If you like Iron Bundle, I know everyone's going to use the special set in competitive. Give the Choice Band and one a go. I think it's got a lot of potential. Like, especially that first battle, like that was toe to toe with meta teams, right? And destroying them. So give it a go. I think if you get the right predictions and stuff, you can really take the opponent by surprise. It's got great momentum with U-turn and flip turn. Ice Spinner hits pretty hard too. I think it's quite good. Quite sort of anti little troll Pokemon there, sort of cause some disruptions on the opponent's team. Anyway, that's the end of Inaditi, and the next Pokemon is going to be Beartix. I'm like, okay, Beartix, some interesting Pokemon from my opponent, like Florgs, Indeedee, and Beartix. A whole, I don't know what that nickname means. If anyone can think of a theme team that they're running, or if they are running one, I'm not sure if they are. So the Beartix is going to set up the snow. It's going to go for Blizzle, mate. A cool, special Beartix. That's pretty nice. I mean, Psychozar is going to get outspeed there due to the Slush Rush. Super effective. Yeah, I'm not living that. So now I'm going to go into Iron Bundle, which is sort of at home in the snow. I'm going to go for Flip Turn. Flip Turn's going to do good damage there, but nothing like super amazing due to the, the buff from the Snowscape, right? Now, I'm going to go into the Rug Tree and go for an attacking move here. But before I do that, I'm going to go for Protect, right? Because I want to try and get these protections to stall out a little bit of this snow, because it's kind of benefiting this Betty. So they're going to go for a Sheer Cold there. It does not hit me due to Protect. Here comes a Blizzard. I guess they thought, well, I may as well get some damage against this Wug Tree, because Sheer Cold's probably going to miss. And, that damage they did to me there caused me not to take them out with a final Gambit. I was like, oh... So close. So now we're going to go back into Iron Bundle. They're going to go for Blizzard there. I guess they're just trying to get some damage against me. I'm going to go for Flip Turn and finish off the Beartix. So very nice extra detail there on the Beartix. Now, I'm going to go into my next Pokemon, which is going to be Kilowattrels, right? This is not bad. I could set up the Tailwind here. So now they've got King Toilet. I was like, all right, well, I should be able to set up against this. I mean, this is going to get hit really, really hard by Electro Bolt. So Wind Power is now activated. They're going to go for a Fury Swipe. So I'm like, what? Fury Swipes King Gambit? What is this? Only on PIMPNITE Show. Look how much it did, though. That actually did an impressive amount of damage. So I'm going to go for Electro Ball here, and it lives on 1 health. I was like, oh, are you serious right now? And guess what, people? It was not that. It's a tiny Zoroark again. I can't believe it. The tiny Zoroark is back, people. If you know, you know, right? I can't believe it. So, for some reason, Zoroark is the size of an ant here. You know, this is incredible stuff. Ant-sized Zoroark is going to faint there. I don't know why it's so small. I know that it's a fox, but, man, I mean, it's not like Killer Wattrel's like, Albatross times a million, you know? So here comes Bravery there. It's going to get dropped as well, and all that's left now is King Toilet. So I'm like, okay, well, I should be able to take this out, right? Here they've got Supremo Blood, Tailwind is gone, and now they're going to go for the Terror. I'm like, I wonder what Terror they're going to use on this. I mean, even if it's like, I don't know, even if maybe you have to like ground or something, and they've got Terra Normal. So like, okay, Terra Normal. What would they be using on this set? So I'm going to go for Electro Ball here, and King Gambit takes it rather well. It's a Terra Normal Scratch. I'm like, what? So we got Terra Normal Scratch, and that's pure disrespect. So that's the end of Killer Watch. I was like, all right, I got to find a way to beat this Scratch the opponent, right? So I went for the Perisong. I've got that going, and now we're going to be able to feint it in 3 turns, which is going to be good. They've got Kotal Cleave, and I'm going to get critted there. Now, I don't know whether that mattered for, like, Supreme Overlord, max health, max defense, Flutter. I'm actually kind of interested whether that one mattered. Anyway, so I brought in my Iron Bundle. They got Quick Claws. Oh, my goodness. Here comes Low Kick, and suddenly King Toilet has just come back and swept, like, most of my team. Like, man, I've only got 1 Pokemon left. And you know what Pokemon it is, right? It's Scarlet, and this thing has done nothing for ages. So I'm like, all right. This Scarlet set is a nasty plot, Dank Pulse, Terra Blast, Water, Energy Ball special set with the heavy duty boots and protein, max speed and max special attack, right? So anyway, we're going to be going for the Terra Blast Water, and yeah, this was not good. It lived it so well. I was like, what the heck? And now they're going to go for a Terra Normal Scratch. Right, please don't feint the Scratch. Please don't feint the Scratch. Look how much it's doing. It's doing half my health. They've got 1 more turn left. And thank goodness, no Quick Claw. Dank Pulse is going to take them out. And that is, my friends, the end of the 3rd and final battle with the fastest speed stat team in Scarlet and Violet. Hope you enjoyed this one, people. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be back with videos and all that sort of stuff. Peace out.